Yo. The boy Jeff in the house at work from one of these quick videos. Just wanted to put this out there. Personally, I enjoyed the Royal Rumble. It was cool. It was fun to me. Like, you feel me? Let me stop looking weird. I'm here chilling in the car. It's cold as hell in New York, man. You already know it's like 10 degrees out here. But yeah, the Women's Royal Rumble was pretty cool. Some of the storylines and booking was a little weird, especially with the Liv Morgan thing and Raquel, but it gets you excited, you know, all the backstabbing and stuff and drama. And they presented Lash Legend really good. I know Saudi Arabia wasn't crazy about it because I'm going to be honest, between me and you, I'm not going to say they don't like dark-skinned people out there, but it's something like that, I guess. It's a very mixed bag. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people who do like them, and a lot of people who are dark skinned and do business out there and get a lot of love. But then there's plenty of people out there that I guess are not too comfortable with dark skinned people. But this is not a racism video or whatever, or to call them out. Like, and they're gonna like who they're gonna like at the end of the day. Racism aside, like there's certain superstars they're gonna like Sami Zayn is supposed to be the guy. Of course, Randy Orton gets love wherever he goes. They did show love to Trick Williams. I will put that out there just to like, I'm sure they like Carmelo, but like I said, they showed love to Trick Williams, so it's not all like, you know, about the skin color and all that stuff. Like there might just be people that don't like. But Lash Legend, she did her thing in the Royal Rumble, and she deserved to be highlighted like that and spotlighted. I thought she was gonna win, but they highlighted her right. They did the same thing for Obafemi in the men's one. Same thing for Royce Keys and Brock Lesnar. They were presented properly, even though they weren't eliminated properly. The way they did Nia Jax was really cool. The way they started it was really cool to me with the Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss thing. I always found it corny because they're trying to like basically move how much the fans like Alexa Bliss over to Charlotte Flair. And as good of a worker and wrestler as Charlotte Flair is, she's just not the one, man. They gotta stop it. Like, I understand she's a great wrestler and she does deserve her respect just so for her last name a little bit, you know. But they gotta stop, man. They tried to make her the Iron Woman cool. Like, she did stay in the match for a long time. She was probably like the ring general or whatever. But yeah, and I'm happy that Liv Morgan won. There was a lot of rumors that she was going to win. Most likely she was going to win, and she's earned it. Over the past few years, she's been one of the most entertaining superstars in WWE, especially in the women's division, but just period. And most of her matches are pretty good, man. She's a good in-ring worker. I have been watching some of her matches, and she does throw a couple potatoes and stuff like that, or maybe I'm just bugging. She's a little, like, she works kind of a little bit of a hard style, like against a lot of other girls from what I've seen, but she deserves it. She should have won. It was an entertaining match for the ladies. I personally liked the fact that they were all covered up. To be honest, it added like a new like a nuance to their outfits, and it wasn't so distracting. They could still show off their bodies with the tight outfits, but it doesn't have to like fully show skin, you know. And that was cool. Like, I know Sharia law and all that, and people don't like that stuff. But listen, man, sometimes it's good to switch it up or to be a little bit more professional or to clean it up, you know? But regardless, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was a really good match, especially the Women's Royal Rumble. It was the most entertaining part of the night, to be honest. Way better than the men's one. Last year, I thought the men's one was better than the women's. And I feel like this Royal Rumble was better than last year. A lot of people are complaining about this one. I personally have no real complaints. I was entertained, and it was great. And they made all the right decisions for the most part. A little bit of the booking was a little stupid, I'll admit. But to move on, they highlighted Lash Legend, Sol Ruka. Oh, and they should have made Julia look better. And they should have made, to be honest, Chelsea Green look better. But they did make Kiana James look really good. And Kiana James made herself look really good, man. I've been watching a couple matches with her, and bro, I was sleeping on her. Like, she got a really nice body. She looks good, bro. But aside from that, aside from all the like pervert shit or whatever. Like, bro, she can wrestle. Like, she's better than like half of the women's roster. I'm not gonna say she's up there with like Io Sky and Bianca Belair, but bro, she's halfway there. Like, she's better than most of the girls on the roster. Like, and it showed. Like, she was in the ring with most of the girls on the roster, and she was better. Like, she can hang kind of like with people like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair and other people like. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that real quick. Like, but the women's one was really cool. Moving on. AJ Styles versus Gunther. I have no real complaints. It was sad to see AJ lose like that. And the ref should have checked his hand like 2 more times, because it is a little inconsistent that you check the hand once in one match and then another one you got to check it 3 times to see if the dude really passed out. But I will say this. The difference is, like, when it comes to that, even though, you know, wrestling, the rules are never like solid, you know, they always changing the rules and stuff and on the fly. But it's up to the referee's discretion. And then on top of that, if the guy looks like he's sleeping, like he's super slumped, there's no point in checking his hand 2 more times. Now, if the guy looks like he's sleeping, but he's kind of faded, but you could tell he kind of got a little bit of a pulse, you should check it 2 or 3 times to see if he's going to lift it. So that's how I feel about that. I'm not, like, a lot of people are crying about that and complaining. I'm not going to complain about that. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'll be lazy with these videos. That's why I film myself. But I'm going to start trying to edit these to have images and stuff like that, so I wouldn't show my face. Like, not that I'm scared to show my face. Obviously, I show it. Like, I don't give a fuck. Excuse me. Whatever. Most of the time, these ain't going to get watched like that or monetized, so I can curse no more. It's my channel, boy. But shouts out to y'all. If y'all watching, I love y'all, man. Respect. Back to the matches. The AJ Styles match. It was really good. Honestly, to me, it was a good match. A little dry. But it was one of his better matches that I've watched, bro, recently. And probably one of Gunther's better matches, honestly. Like, I know this is why they picked Gunther, because he's a safe worker. He's a heel. And he's a guy that they want to push. I know he's not the youngest, but he's still sort of young. And he can work with the younger guys and work with the older guys. Not only because he's a safe worker and a guy who has had so much experience in wrestling over time. Like, he's been wrestling since he was damn near a kid. He's at that middle age kind of, like, when it comes to wrestling, where he can work with the older guys, and he's kind of slow, so he can work with the older guys, but he's still young enough to work with the younger guys, where he's not that fast, but he can still work with somebody who's faster than him. So that's why they always pick Gunther, bro. I understand that from, like, a professional standpoint, like, not even from, like, a just a wrestling and storyline standpoint, kayfabe standpoint. Like, you got to look at both sides, bro. That's why I'm a little older, and sometimes I do look at these people as people, like human beings that have to work and stuff like that, and sometimes they got things in their personal life or just a certain pedigree that they work with that may or may not mix with everybody. But to move forward, AJ Styles deserved a longer retirement tour, but it is what it is. I personally feel like he would have a better retirement tour in AEW. TNA would be cool, but there's nothing over there for him to do. Who's he going to wrestle, bro? Mike Santana, Moose, Nick Nemeth, and Kazarian? Like, come on, bro. And maybe Jeff Hardy? Like, I mean, that's cool. I would like to actually see those matches, to be honest with you, if he did go to TNA. But, bro, that's, like, what is that, bro? He could have did that in WWE. He probably already had matches with, like, half of those guys I just named. Like, so it's not necessary. Like, what would be nice is for him to have a little retirement tour in AEW. It doesn't have to be a whole year full, but maybe a 2-3 month tour where he, I don't know, has, like, a handful of matches, bro. And, bro, we could finally get him versus Will Ospreay, him versus Kenny Omega. I don't know, AJ Styles versus Jon Moxley one last time. Him versus Josh Alexander. Maybe he can team up with Jet Speed. A match against Adam Page. He can beef with the whole Don Callis family if you really want him to. Some of them Japanese dudes and stuff, Okada and all these dudes, and the little Mexican wrestlers and stuff that are really, really good. Bandito. It's a lot. It's a lot. He can beef with MJF. Come on, that's a match that nobody even asked for. That sounds like a kind of dream match. AJ Styles versus MJF, bro. That'd be fire. That'd be fire. Like, maybe he can become world champ or tag champ or trios champ if they don't want him to do too much. TNT champ if they don't really want to put the world belt on him. At least they put the mid-carder belt on him. That'd be awesome, bro. Like, yeah, the match was really good. I'm rambling, and I'm actually making this video a little too long, but it is what it is. Other than that, it's sad to see him retire, but I feel like he's not fully retired, because if he was really gonna fully retire, he would have left the gloves and the boots in the ring, or at least one or the other, if not both. So I don't think he's really done. We'll see, because I think Triple H is trying to throw us off with the stuff that he said about creative writing and stuff like that. I think they don't even know what he's gonna do next. They're just saying anything so it could just like kind of, you know, just kind of like put you off, like just like, don't worry about it, like type shit. Next match, yeah, my boys retired. Oh, Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn tried. He fought valiantly. Both of these guys did a good job in this match, because they kind of told a story where it's like that Sammy Hogan shit, but and he had that fire, and he tried to cultivate that fire, but Drew McIntyre was just too much for him. He just put out that fire, just whoosh. Like, oh, you thought he was going to ignite it again, huh? No, boom, finished him with 2 claymores. Called it a day. And he put him through that table. Like, those are like the highlights of the match. It was a decent match. Like, it wasn't like trash. A little boring, but it wasn't like trash. It was just above average, decent match. But yeah, the highlights of the match, like I said, the 2 claymores to put him away. Of course, he tried with the 2 future shocks at the start, and it didn't do it. But and the story was that he had to hurt back, Sammy, right? Table spot. Boom. All right, whatever. Now on to the men's match. The men's Royal Rumble actually was kind of working and driving while it was going on, so I was listening to it almost like I was radio, but I was trying to watch, and I couldn't watch as much as I should. Some of the eliminations weren't as impactful as they should have been. I didn't even notice when LA Knight got the boot. I barely noticed when Lesnar got the boot. I do kind of it messed it up for me that they just took Braun Breaker at the start of the match, even though everybody expected Braun Breaker to win. That is a nice, like, wrench, throwing a wrench in the plans, where you just, like, switch it up by taking him out. Now you don't know who's going to win. And then, look, the GOAT ended up winning. Roman Reigns, one of the greatest. I'm not mad at that result. I know it's mad basic. Hey, listen, it adds another accolade to him. It makes him look better. And he's the most popular and biggest superstar in wrestling still, right now, and in WWE, so I'm not mad with the choice. It's a safe choice. They made 2 safe choices when it comes to it. I liked Jey Uso winning last year. I didn't like Charlotte Flair winning. I felt like somebody else, somebody young, deserved it, if not Bianca Belair or somebody else. Or Liv Morgan. But I was happy with Jey Uso as a choice last year. I wasn't mad. So many people were mad about it. I didn't mind. But this year, I'm really happy with the safe choices that they made. And seeing Powerhouse Hobbs, you know, Royce Keys pop up over there, that's crazy. It's different. What's funny is I watched him on AEW. I watch AEW. The Vision thing was pretty cool throughout the match, even though Logan Paul shouldn't have been the last guy. Should have made Austin Theory kind of last guy just to make him look stronger. But it was cool. They made Overfemi look strong. They made Royce Keys look strong, and Lesnar look strong. And then, of course, they made Roman look strong. The Jey Uso yeeting part was actually one of my favorite parts of the Rumble. I have no problem with it, personally. Like, a lot of people want to make it a big deal, like make a big deal. Oh, just to go back, the Kairi Sane and Asuka thing too, by the way, in the Women's Rumble. I love it, bro. I love that whole storyline. Listen, if you watch anime, you understand what's going on with that. If you don't watch anime, you don't understand that stuff. So it's just exaggerated, like cartoonish emotions. And a storyline between them two, and both of them can wrestle their asses off. So I can't wait to see what they do. By the way, like their terrible English be having me rolling too. By the way, like I think they know that it's bad and that people laugh at them, but I don't think they should take it as personal as they should. Because every week I could tell that their English is getting better, and the Japanese sounds amazing when they speak Japanese. Like somebody's passing by. All right. And so to go back to the men's Rumble, right guy won. The yeet stuff when Jey Uso came out was pretty cool to me. And to do it again is pretty cool. And they're starting to get shorter with the yeeting. So it's pretty cool. Even when they run it back. When they run it back. run it back. Run it back. But, yeah. And then the Roman part, it was pretty funny. When he like slapped him and punched him. Even though when they tried to eliminate each other, I thought that was kind of stupid. I felt like they should have worked together more. instead of this every man for himself type of thing. Like, yes, a Royal Rumble is that, but come on now, like, it would make more sense for the story and everything if they work together, because they're cool now. They're not beefing, so it doesn't make sense for them to try to eliminate each other. If anything, they would wait till they're the last ones, and then that's when they will eliminate each other. But whatever, didn't work out like that, and Roman won. It is what it is. We'll see what happens next. I'm happy with that choice as the winner, because now you can see what's gonna happen. He can either choose CM Punk or he can choose Drew McIntyre. I wouldn't mind him facing either one. It's actually hard for me to decide. I like Drew McIntyre a lot, and I've always felt like they were two like rivals, like more of rivals or enemies than Roman and Cody. I felt like Drew McIntyre was always the proper guy to be the actual rival for Roman, because of both of their rises and both like how like I guess how brolic they are, and just like they have like a similar look, kind of. They don't look the same, but they have like a similar look. But you know, they're not ugly guys, man, and they stay in the gym. But they just look like two guys who would be rivals, like just two powerhouses just going against each other, bro. Like two, you know, the Scottish Warrior and the Tribal Chief. Like it writes itself. Like, come on, bro. But CM Punk is CM Punk, bro, the best in the world, and the best in the world versus Tribal Chief is not bad either. And they had real beef behind the scenes too. Now, probably not no more. They're probably cool now. But they had real beef behind the scenes years ago, so that would just add to it. You know, it's something that people have been waiting for years, for them to face each other. And then the whole Shield and CM Punk hiring the Shield thing, even in kayfabe, they got a lot of history. So it all, you know, it kind of makes sense. Like, sometimes I see the genius in some of the things that Triple H and these guys do. It's a lot of lazy writing and rehashing stuff, but once in a while, you gotta see the positive. You know, you can't always just look at the glass half empty. You gotta look at it half full. And that's the thing about this channel. Whether a lot of people watch it or not, I get more views on my toy videos, action figure videos, because I've been collecting a lot of action figures. Because, you know, when you're just such a fanatic, after a while, you need something like a piece or something of this to like hold you. So action figures is like the best thing. Like, whether you play with them or not, you just collect them, whatever. Like, I get more views on those than these review videos, but I still make the review videos, and it's for y'all. I lost my train of thought. Point is, okay, yeah, I'm excited to see what Liv Morgan does next. I'm excited to see what Roman Reigns does next. I see the genius in some of the things they do. It's not as dumb as it looks sometimes. Some of it is retarded though. But they've been doing better. The last SmackDown was alright. Raw was trash. Most of the Raws this year was trash. But Saturday night's main event was actually pretty good. To me, this Royal Rumble was pretty good. It was better than last year's, if you ask me. A lot of people saying it's trash. I personally don't feel like it's one of the worst ones. Like, it was just decent, like good. I've seen better, but I've definitely seen worse. Like, it went with safe choices, and I feel like this road to WrestleMania this year is gonna be better than last year's, because they already like kind of have set a certain course or corrected the course, as opposed to last year where they were just all over the place and they didn't know what direction to take. They at least have a direction, even if it's the most basic direction to go into. They have a direction this year. Last year they were basically kind of directionless until Elimination Chamber, and then that still ended up falling apart or falling off the tracks, and ended up having the worst WrestleMania main event probably of all time. That match between Cody Rhodes and John Cena was so trash. But I'm getting off topic. This is my Royal Rumble review. Hope y'all like it. Love y'all. Be easy, man. Safe. I'm at work getting this money. Safety. Love y'all. One.